doing? So I am bringing you guys a question and answer video. Now this video is going to be in 2 parts because you guys asked so many questions on Instagram, way more than I expected. So I basically split the video into 2 by topic. So basically I'm gonna have one video just on hair because I got so many just on hair, and then I'm gonna do everything else basically that you guys asked. So I'm gonna do the one that's all the random stuff first, and then I will do the hair video second. So to go ahead and get started, because this is probably gonna be a lot because I'm long-winded, so I'm gonna try to be quick and concise with my answers. First question is, where are you from? I am originally a military brat. So I was born overseas. I was born in Germany, but I also lived in Guam, in Turkey, in Germany obviously, and Italy before I moved to Texas when I was 13. So I'm from Texas. Like, I've stayed in Texas the longest. So I grew up in the San Antonio area, like high school, and then I moved out to like North Texas for college. And so I claim Texas obviously, but I still lived my greater half of my life overseas. What are you studying? So I'm getting my master's in education policy and leadership with focus in higher education. So I basically am getting a master's trying to work for colleges and universities in administration. Eventually I probably will go into faculty because I love education and I love teaching, and I definitely can see myself teaching at the collegiate level. So I'll probably do those things, but yes, I am getting my master's in higher ed. All about Delta. Well, if you guys didn't know, I am a Delta, member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. I will not go too much into detail about Delta and like the specifics about it. I got a lot of questions about my experiences and the process and like all that kind of stuff. So if you guys are unfamiliar with, you know, historically Black founded sororities and fraternities, we are a very discrete set of organizations, and we are unlike Panhellenic or IFC or Multi-Greek Council. And so my sorority life experience is a lot different than I think what mainstream America thinks is sorority life. So in that, I will say that I completely enjoyed my time as a Delta on campus, and still today frequently am around Deltas. I hang out with my line sisters and my other sorors all the time. I mean, I have friends outside of my sorority sisters, but a great amount of the people that I spend a lot of my time with are a part of my chapter and my sorority. Yeah, I loved it. It was so much fun. The professional development that I had in the chapter, I was chapter president my senior year, and it was centennial. Worked really hard, and it was awesome, and I just grew so much in that year, and I can thank that to Delta and to all the women that helped me become more of the woman that I am today. So that's all I'm gonna give you on Delta. There's the internet. You want more information, check out that national website. Were you in any other organization? I was involved in a lot of things at UNT when I was in college. I was a president of another Black organization on campus and a member for my entire college career. And then outside of being chapter president of my sorority, I was also involved with student government for a while. In my early years at UNT, I was involved with a lot of different projects on campus. I sat on a lot of university committee boards, so I was like the student rep for a lot of things. Yeah, I just stayed busy. I worked on campus. I worked in student activities for 3 years, so I was always on campus. I was always in the union. I was totally like the get involved kind of girl in college, hence why I'm getting my master's in higher education and going into student affairs. What are your long-term professional goals? If you're not familiar with higher ed and colleges and universities, because I know a lot of people, like, if you're not in that setting, you don't even know what I'm talking about, and even if you are, sometimes you still don't know what I'm talking about. So basically my overall goal is to be a vice president of student affairs at an institution. So if you know what that is, awesome, great. If you don't, it's basically the person that's in charge of everything outside of the classroom that's non-academic, and that's student service based. So you know, your organizations and your clubs on campus, housing, all that kind of stuff. That is what I would like to be like over at the end of the day. So that, and then also, like I said earlier, I kind of want to teach, and I could see myself doing that as well. As far as long-term goals with this and Lipstick and Curls, I honestly, I just want to continue to build. I just want to continue to progress and get better. This is like my hobby. It's obviously like something I do on the side that's like kind of like a job, but it's really not what I see it as. I see it as a hobby and see it as something that I'm going to continue to do while it's fun. And when it's not fun anymore, I'm not going to do it. So yeah, I don't really see it as something that I'm putting pressure on myself to make and to be this, and this. I'm just, you know, going with the flow. I'm going to give it my 100% and ride it till the wheels fall off. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Let's pray that I will be married and have a family, okay guys? Like, come on, okay? That's definitely a goal of mine that I hope I have in 10 years. I hope that I am established in whatever career that I have chosen, whether that be more in the beauty realm or whether that be in higher education. Like, I always want to be able to do both and have that option of doing both. So I pray that I'm in a situation where I can still do what I love to do and do what I feel like is my purpose and that I'm passionate about at the same time. And I hope that I have the freedom to do that, financial freedom to do that, okay? Phobias. Phobias, you know, I'm not a fan of heights, not a fan. I don't like bugs. I'm not a big bug person. No. I don't like, well, I live by myself, so when I'm by myself, I have to have multiple lights on. I have to feel like there's stuff going on, so I'm always like having the TV going or I have music playing. It's never like dead silent, unless I'm like studying or reading for class or something. But yeah, so I kind of always have to feel like there's other people there, but knowing that it's just me, so I don't feel like, I don't know, weird. Like, I've watched too many scary movies, so I gotta have something playing or something like on when I'm by myself. How many selfies do you take on a daily basis? Well, honestly, I feel like I take less selfies than you guys probably think I do. I have a few here and there where it's like a one-hit-a-quitter, like take one shot, good to go, keep it moving. Or, you know, on average, I probably do about 5 to 10 photos before I post something on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. Will you be at BeautyCon Dallas this year? Yes, I will be at BeautyCon Dallas, y'all. I will be there. Are you gonna be there? Who is the oldest out of you and your twin? I'm the oldest, but don't ask me by how many minutes, because my mom has lied to me my entire life, okay guys? No, I'm just kidding. She didn't lie, so to speak, but she kind of threw out a number when we were real little, and then like a few years ago was like, no, I really don't remember. I just told y'all that just cause, but I don't know how long y'all are apart from each other. But yeah, so it's whatever. But we both know that I was the first to come out, basically. Is it hard not living near her anymore or with her? You know, we've lived together almost our entire lives. We've had spats where we didn't, like as we've gotten older. It's not that weird. We're very independent, so we are cool with like not being so attached. We're not those kind of twins that are like together 24/7. We've never been like that. So I mean, it's different, but it's not like a bad or a horrible different. We definitely do try to like see each other. So like I'm going to visit her in a couple weeks, and you know, she'll be coming back, you know, to Dallas soon. So we'll see each other. I mean, but you know, we're getting older. Like, we're gonna start parting our ways, so it's cool. We're very independent. How do you manage school, work, vlogging, staying fit, and your social life? Okay guys, to be quite honest, I don't have a social life when I'm in school and I'm working, because there's no time. I have no time to be social. So when it comes to, well, last semester, I was really focused on school. So even my vlogging, like, kind of went to the wayside a bit because I was so focused on school and it was my first semester, so I wanted to make sure that I could handle everything, and vlogging kind of took a back seat here and there. But going into this new year, I feel definitely more comfortable about time and things like that. But again, like, you still have to be really like good at managing your time and being efficient. So like for me, when I'm like chilling at home, I'm not really chilling at home. I'm usually watching Netflix, editing some film, and posting on Instagram simultaneously. Like, I'm never not doing something for Lipstick and Curls or for school or for work. Like, it is a revolving kind of clock. So I was talking to my friend the other day and they were just like, well, when do you take a break? Like, when do you know, and I'm like, break? Who needs breaks? Like, we don't do breaks over here. When you're building an empire, like, you ain't got time for breaks. So yeah, I don't ever take breaks, but it's fun. So I don't feel like it's a bad thing, you know, because YouTube and everything is like, it's like my hobby, but it's turning into more, so it's even better. I'm such a efficient, hard-working person, and I'm a workaholic, which is probably not the best thing, but it's just how I am, so it works in my favor when it comes to YouTube. How do you cope with stress or anger? I have to just take a step back. I have to evaluate the situation. I'm very logical and rational when it comes to things, so I have to take a step back. Also, I am not afraid of confrontation, so if something does upset me, I'm not afraid to say something, and usually because I am not afraid of confrontation, I can usually nip stuff in the bud before I really get angry about them. But at the same time, I don't hide how I feel about things a lot of times, so if something does irritate me or whatever, like, you'll see it in my face, or I'll say something or whatever, because negativity, so stress, anger, confusion, all that stuff, I don't harbor it. All that stuff has no room in my life because I got so much stuff going on. I don't have time to feel negative or whatever, because that only distracts me from focusing on the positives in my life. So I don't waste time on anger and stress. I just take a step back, have my moment if I need to have it, or address it, and keep it moving. Advice for upcoming YouTubers, I could do a whole video, okay? So just, y'all, I will do a whole video on that for you guys, okay? Because I feel like I would do it injustice if I just said it in like a 2-second answer on this video. What are some of your hobbies outside of YouTube? I don't have any hobbies, I feel like. I mean, everything that I would consider a hobby is something that I make work. So like YouTube, like, this is technically a hobby for me, but I take it seriously, so it really doesn't feel like a hobby all the time, but it is a hobby at the same time. But as far as like relaxing, like, how do I relax? How do I chill out? I love spending time with my friends. I love going to like dinner and brunch. Brunch is big in Dallas. I love just, you know, going to events, going to like concerts, or just chilling and listening to music, watching movies with friends, going to the movies, all that really like relaxing, like chill stuff is what I like to do in my spare time. Are you dating anyone? Currently, no. I am single. I'm very single, and I'd like to keep it that way for a while. You know, I got out of a 7-year relationship last year. Yeah, 7 years. Was a very intense relationship. Not all bad by all means. He's a great guy, and like, I have nothing against him or anything like that. But it just, you know, we outgrew each other, and you know, we both made mistakes in the relationship, and that I'm still trying to like get over and become a different person and all that kind of stuff. So, and I've had situations with other people since then, and it's just, I'm very single right now because I choose to be, because I feel like I need to work on myself before I invest in anyone else. What are you looking for in your next boyfriend? I ain't got no type. I am still trying to figure that out, you know? Sometimes I feel like I know my type, and sometimes I'm like, why do I even look for that? Because when I get that, I'm never satisfied with it. It doesn't feel right. So I don't know. I think that I have to just vibe with you, and I have to know that we're both kind of like at the same level, or you're like at a higher level than me as far as ambition in life, as far as, you know, you have to be a Christian, or at least, yeah, you kind of have to be a Christian. I can't budge on that one, honestly. And you have to just have your stuff together, whatever that means for you. Ambition, determination, and just passion in whatever you're doing, and we gotta vibe. Yeah, you just have to have it, you know, going on in whatever way that is, because I have high expectations and I do a lot, so I would want my other half to be that same way. Okay guys, so that is it for video number 1. I feel like I have been talking for so long. Can you guys tell I'm like really tired at this point? I've talked so much. Yeah, until next time you guys, be blessed, and I'll talk to you later. Bye. Make sure to tune in next for part 2 of the question and answer.